What's happening? Your homie Capone in the motherfucking house. Episode of vlogs. Talking about growing up in the Varrio, growing up in the hood. People want to ask me, how was it for me growing up? Well, to me, like most other people in Southern California, probably any Varrio or any hood, no matter where you're from, it's all about, the people you grew up with, your neighbors, your friends, you grew up with. That to me was implied to me as a neighborhood. Now, for me, how I became someone in the neighborhood and what made me result to those things, obviously hanging with friends that were the toughest guys in the area, the ones that held it down. I mean, I always was, a kid that wanted to do right. But one day I was at a party and, I always used to go back to my hood, but then one fool, I'm not gonna say names and shit, but one guy at a party that was my personal friend of mine that I got along with, he got jumped at a party, and they jumped him. They jumped a couple people right there, and they're from a hood that at that time I didn't really have beef with. But by me being there and kicking with my homies that got jumped, I stood up. I was probably 15 years old. I don't forgot what age I was, somewhere around there. And I stood up. And these guys were probably grown men, rolled up in a Cadillac, bunch of heads, gangsters, And they were just tripping on everyone, whatever. I stood up and kind of ran up on somebody. So, when you're not from a hood and you run up on somebody, that's like the ultimate disrespect to the other hood, especially, So obviously I did my thing, like any other youngster in the days, and you're a man, you get jumped. I got jumped, you know what I'm saying? But I took flight, I did my thing. After that happened, I remember I was cut open. They said I got hit with the baseball bat. A couple of things happened, crazy shit. But that kind of led me into being a G that I was, because that anger driven me to step up and want revenge and basically be who the fuck I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything was going correctly, and it takes one thing in life that could change your whole life around. And by my homies getting jumped and me stepping up for my homies, and then me getting jumped and this other group of guys feel like they got the best of some homies, I became officially a homie after that. And then when I became a homie, my whole mission was to get my revenge, get my runbacks. And did I do it? Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. I mean, I was notorious, like once you triggered me off, I became like, it's like in the music game, like once I focused to do positive and do music and do it right, ain't nobody in this music game independently on my level. Nobody. A lot of people try for 20 years. I've been doing it because I'm the type, whatever I do, I take it to the fullest. I cannot be beat. If I want to try something and I want to do it. If I wanted to play some kind of sports, if I really put into that work, I feel like I could be somebody. If I wanted to do the music thing, which I did, and be really into it, I became that. Now, bottom line, that's how it is growing in the neighborhood now. For the new generations, these are the mistakes we've learned and we've came across. New times is a whole different time. I'll get to that on my next vlog about snitches. Too many snitches nowadays. But my generation was a different generation, man. It was about loyalty, respect, and having your homies back. And that's what I did, and that's who I became. And if that's a crime or something bad for who you became because you protect your friends, I mean, it is what it is, and we face the consequences, doing time in jail, getting involved in dumb shit. And just because you're from a hood or a homie, not everyone's a good person. And sometimes you get involved with some of the homies that do drugs, you become a druggie. Some of the ones who are out there gangbanging, put in work, you become a gangbanger, put in work. Do I judge people by anything in the hood? No. I ain't the motherfucking police, and I feel like prison and all that shit is kind of fucked up, because some of these people, this is all they have, man. I mean, it could have been easy me, man. I could have been in the hood, and real quick I was a cool kid, and just I want to get my paybacks, and I could have ended up did something incorrectly that could literally give me 10, 20 years in life. whether it's even 5 years, 10 years in life, right? I could have done that time. I could be stuck in. I could be programmed, incarcerated. I come out of jail. That's all I know. The hood. Ain't no job gonna give me. Like, man, I can't even get a job. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even on parole. Even to this day, I'm Capone. Some people, I'm going with application. They're gonna look at me. They're not gonna give me a job. So, is that the right way? Incarceration? I don't think so. But I think it's more about rehabilitation. But it's too many. It's too hard out here to change the community, and people like me who have a voice. I feel like it's our job to teach the new community that don't do what we did. Don't need to be in the hood. You don't need to do all that shit, man. If you got heart, you got quota, back your shit up. But if you're not from a hood yet, don't do it. There's no reason to. There's no reason to. And most people ain't solid no more anyway. So it's not the time. In our times, it was almost mandatory. If you were a real person, if you were a down person, if you were solid, you were from the neighborhood. But these days, man, things ain't the same these days, man. So people, I kind of trip out. I see these new generations, people trying to be from a hood. You see these rappers every day who never lived that lifestyle, and all of a sudden they want to be in a gang. That's their own issue. That's cool. But I mean, nah, man, that's not a good, that's not how you were raised, because the shit that we had to do was a struggle, was survival of the fittest. And that's just my little intake about the neighborhoods, barrios. We did it just like anybody else. Fucking LA County. You get locked up in all these jails, and you see the program, and you see it's just the same routine over and over again. And youngsters don't go that route. It's just something lesson for your homie Mr. Capone on the neighborhoods and Varrios, and how was it for me growing up in Varrios. If you feel like you like what I'm talking about and you want to know more about hood shit, about me, how I grew up, raised, leave your comments below, man. Ask me these questions. I'm going to start this vlog shit, and I'm going to try to reach out to the youngsters, reach out to the OGs, reach out to everyone. Just leave comments, you know what I'm saying? I could talk about whatever, because I lived the life. I've lived it all. So I could talk about the streets. I could talk about what I know, and how I became smart and utilized, and I seen the deceptions, and I learned about everything that I learned. And honestly, it took me jail to realize a lot of things, and I could talk about that subject too. But we always still keep it solid. We still represent the homies. We never look down upon them. We still dress up with the stilo. We still represent it. We don't switch up. We ain't that type of guy. I ain't that type of guy. So definitely, that's what I want to say. And if you have any other questions you want to ask about, anything you want to know about me, anything, I want to do these vlogs like 3-4 times a week, even if possibly run it up once a day, even if I could, but it's a vlog. Your homie Mr. Capone. I'm new at this shit. Hey, I'm gonna try it. Let's get it. Your homie Capone. Subscribe, share this with everybody so we can get it cracking. Oh.